Welcome to Friday night.
It's Friday night. Live it up, oh yeah. Friday night.
Friday night.
And you know it's a party.
Come on, let's party!
Now on Facebook Live and RadioBuzz.com, this is the Kirk Lockhart online social media strategist.
What's happening? What's happening?
What's up?
It's Friday, man. It's Friday. It comes quick.
It
comes quick every week, and it always comes after Thursday. It's pretty consistent, you know?
Every single week.
Man, how was your week?
Very good. Very good. We got lots of great shows coming up on Radio Buzz.
Great. Hey, I want to just welcome all my viewers out there, our viewers, the people that came back. Man, I'm back in Los Angeles, and last week I was in Dallas, and I had a really, really good time. I saw a lot of my friends and family, and man, it's good to be back. So much happened. I want to thank all the people who called me after the show. And I'm hoping some of you guys out there get on here and comment and have some questions. If you don't, it's okay, because time is of the essence for me. The most valuable thing that God gave us is time. It's the most valuable resource we have. So I'm going to tell you that if you have a business and you are trying to grow your business and you're trying to understand this thing that they call social media, you might want to get a pen and paper, take some notes, because I probably won't say everything but once. The funny thing is I make a living talking to my friends. My customers know that they have to schedule an appointment. We have to sit down, and I mean, they really watch the clock because I charge by the hour. And I'm laughing at myself when I realize I'm online talking to people for free, telling them things that people pay to find out. And I totally enjoy it. So I want to open up. If I'm going to give you something free, take it. I was looking at YouTube, my favorite website, looking at YouTube and looking at other people talk about social media, listening to them say things that I say every day of the week. Chris is a very good friend of mine. On a regular basis, I think we talk shop more than anything else. Right. The conversation is not for everybody, but you know, the thing is, I didn't even know what to call it at first. I've always been a social media strategist ever since MySpace. And the day that Facebook came out, I knew it was going to be big. I just didn't know how big it was going to be. And when I first got into, I was doing advertising, and I was selling yellow pages back in the early 2000s. And that used to be all people cared about was yellow pages. And the funniest thing about that was from the day that I got in yellow pages, all I kept hearing about was no one uses the yellow pages. It's going out. It's going out. It's going out. And so I kind of believed that too. But they had this thing called internet, and I started selling internet. And the funniest thing about the internet was most people didn't even have a computer. Most people didn't have online service. People used to do dial-up. You remember dial-up?
I do.
Yeah. AOL.
Yep.
The top website, the type search engine at the time when I started was Netscape. It was Netscape, Excite, Lycos, Dogpile. There was no Google. There was no Google yet. Yahoo had just really came on. AOL was still the king. And all of a sudden, it just exploded. And after about 2005, I think that's when it really got thick. And ever since then, every customer I saw, I did really well in Yellow Pages because I just kept telling customers, you need to be on the internet. You need a website. And no one had a website. So it was easy. So I sold a lot of websites. And that's what led me to build websites. And right now at this time, everybody kind of knows the basics of internet because they're in the middle of it, in the thick of it. They don't know the history of it, but they know that they have to be on it to make money, to be relevant. So right now I think my word for the day would be specific. Specific is my word for the day. And I'm gonna take it back to, we got somebody chiming in.
We got somebody calling in.
Oh, cool.
You got a caller? You're live on Radio Buzz.
Bring it in. Bring it in.
Nothing.
Okay, until it comes in, I'm gonna talk. Last week I had a little dead time, little white space. there is a scripture. Wisdom is the principal thing. It's wisdom is the principal thing. Therefore, get wisdom, and with all thy getting, get an understanding. Okay, that's a proverb. With all thy getting, get an understanding. And I was watching TED Talks, and I heard a guy say almost the same thing. He said in layman's terms, no scripture. He said, get data. He said, and then you got to get education. So get data to me is like get wisdom. Okay, and education is getting an understanding. If you don't understand this thing we call internet, if you don't understand the way this works, it doesn't work. You know, you're spinning your wheels. You got people out there spending money. I would talk to a client and they would say, they would tell me that they have, I have a Facebook page. I hear that all the time. I have a Facebook page, and I'm like, but what does that mean? So I ask a couple of questions like, you know, how many followers do you have? How many likes do you have? Do you get much engagement? Engagement? No, I'm not married. No. Engagement. Are people responding to the things that you post? Are you posting daily? Do you post once a day, twice a day, 3 times a day? When you do post, what time do you post? Are you posting quotes? Are you posting single images? Are you posting slideshows? Are you posting video? When you do post a video, is it a link or is it an uploaded video? Is it an MP4 that you uploaded? Are you doing live video? So I ask all of these questions, and the reason I go in so hard is because there is what I call a new world order of media right now. Because when I talk to my older friends, family, my mom, National Enquirer. When I was growing up, she always read the National Enquirer. Mom, that's Twitter. That's TMZ. That's World Star now. That we no longer have to pick up a publication that comes in weekly. By the time we get that weekly publication, we already know who got a divorce. We already know who's a reptilian. We've already heard these things online. Okay. Photo albums. That's Facebook. That's Instagram. People don't use photo albums anymore. It's all downloaded. It's on your phone. I used to throw the newspaper. I was a paper boy. I used to throw the Dallas Times Herald growing up. I threw over 300 papers every day when I was a kid, like 12 years old. And even on Sundays, weekends, the whole thing. Newspaper. Every city has a Times, a Herald, or a Tribune. That's a blog now. That's Yahoo. That's ESPN. The Yahoo homepage has your latest news. CNN.com, Fox News. It's not just on TV. More people are tuned into it online, and they're on this device and this thing right here. Okay. Resumes, business cards. What is that now? LinkedIn. I don't print business cards anymore. I print it. I still have there's one right there. I have some in my console. I see one business card. You remember they used to be all over your desk? All your cards now are going to be on LinkedIn, and you Google a Google search. You want to know about me? Do a Google search. Put my first name in, first and last name, Kirk Lockhart. I love being transparent. I love that I don't have to hide. Kirk Lockhart. Ask Kirk Lockhart. Contact Kirk Lockhart. Call Kirk Lockhart. Google any of that, and that's my business card. Letters, greeting cards. When's the last time, Chris, you wrote a letter or you sent a greeting card?
I think I was 10 years old.
Really? Probably 10 years old. I don't even use mail anymore. Email. That's right.
Yeah.
Well, check this out. That's Facebook. That's what Facebook took that over and knocked that out. Post offices should hate Facebook. People aren't sending letters and stuff like they used to anymore. As a matter of fact, the mail service isn't the same. I think that's Amazon now. I think that Amazon is taking over. Amazon's probably moving more packages on a daily, hourly, minute basis than even the postal service. Radio broadcasts are now podcasts, YouTube. And we know that TV is completely replaced by Periscope, YouTube, Facebook, Netflix, DirecTV, Hulu, a Roku, if you got Roku, if you got a hot Fire Stick, any of these things. This is what people do now. All of this has been changed. And the thing is, that's good news. It's bad news for the Postal Service. It's bad news for TV. But it's great news. It's great news for media and digital. This right here is the thing that leveled the playing field. The fact that we could do this radio show with or without all of these lights, without these mics, without these cameras, we can do a radio show. We could do a TV show with this. You can run a business with this. It leveled the playing field. When it used to be a big company, I have no fear of going against a company that has a huge brand, because they can do the same thing I can do, but they lack one thing, that heart. They lack that human element. I was trying to figure out why people were actually paying to meet with me, and it was because I'm real. They could see, touch, and feel. Everybody doesn't have to see, touch, and feel. Some people just want to talk online. Some people love Skype, GoToMeeting, VC. It was one I used yesterday. There was another one I used yesterday. I can't remember what it was. We ended up, something was wrong with his, and we ended up doing the join.me. We did join.me. FaceTime. Google. What's the one Google has? Duo. Google. Have you used that?
Hangout.
Oh, Hangout. Well, Duo has replaced that somewhat, because Duo is on Google's platform. So if you have a Google phone, your FaceTime version, your version of FaceTime is Duo. I'm saying this because I'm doing face-to-face. I'm doing coaching, and I'm doing this online. I'm doing this over the phone. I'm doing this without having to meet everybody. For years and years, I went to Starbucks every day. Matter of fact, people will call me Starbucks Kirk. You could actually Google Starbucks Kirk. I probably come up. Okay. I was YP Kirk when I was at Yellow Pages. I was Verizon Kirk when I was at Verizon. Okay. When I was in software, I was probably Casino Kirk. Okay. Different nicknames, different things. But you know what's funny? Everything we do is now data. Everything we've done is becoming data. When you go somewhere, they got you on camera. Okay. The OJ trial would have went a lot different if the same occurrence happened recently, because they've got a camera on every corner. Everybody has a phone. Someone would have seen him. Someone would have had a video of him washing his hands, and he would have been busted. Okay. So now every business vertical can be successful because of this leveling the playing field. So right now, you really don't have, as an entrepreneur, if you struggle, it's just because you're not using the tools you have. If you're a big business, shame on you, because you actually have the capital to do the things that the entrepreneur is doing for free. There's really no excuse to fail online anymore. I swear, when I'm talking to somebody who's already marketing, it's just excuses, excuses, excuses. They don't want to hear my excuses. But when they don't do something that they're supposed to do that's going to help them become successful, I don't look away. I might look down, but then I look them dead in their eyes and say, why? I mean, there's no excuse. It takes a few minutes. Those different things I mentioned, you could go on Twitter. You may have spent hours reading magazines and newspapers. Now you can go on Twitter. You can post on Twitter. You can share on Twitter. The thing that I want people to know, that if there was a nugget to take away that everybody should be doing, is, if you don't have any video in your life right now, shame on you. Okay. That's what people spend their time doing online, looking at video. Your business should have a commercial. Your business should have a video. Your video should be current. You should be consistent. It's something you need to get into. If you're not, find a videographer, or just start using your phone. It doesn't have to be a 5-star Universal City production to be successful. Not anymore. You can still spend the money. I mean, big companies still have to look like big companies, so they still spend money on billboards. They still spend money on newspaper. They still spend money on Yellow Pages. They still spend money on radio all the time. Radio is good. People listen to radio, but right now a lot of people stream. It's amazing. Stream. That is one of the most used terms now. Stream.